Women dominated Wednesday night's speaking slots, from Clinton and Harris to House Speaker Pelosi and former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords.
And Senator Kamala Harris, the first black woman and first South Asian American on a major party ticket, outlining a vision for the country's future. Was a very big night for her on stage there. And tonight is the final night of the DNC, when our former Vice President Joe Biden takes the stage as he officially accepts the party's nomination for president. So what do we expect him to outline? How will he make a crossover plea to the American people? We're checking in now with Arizona Congressman Greg Stanton for some perspective on the convention and the party's strategy moving forward. So, Congressman, thanks so much for making time for us this morning. Just briefly, we got to talk about former Representative Gabby Giffords. That was very moving to hear her speaking on stage and also to see the preparation that it took for her to get there.
Look, it's always beautiful to see Gabrielle Giffords. We love her here in Arizona. One of the most impactful leaders that we've ever had, and her strength in light of her tragedy is just, it's amazing to see. But to see her give that speech and to see how far she has come since that tragedy in Tucson a few years ago. My wife and I were watching the events last night, and of course we were crying. We love her, and we're just so proud of her. And obviously so much of this convention is geared towards Arizona because we are the most important battleground state in the country, but highlighted last night by seeing one of the most amazing people I've ever had a chance to work with, Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. It blew me away to see how far she's come.
Congressman, I want to talk about Arizona as a battleground state. We'll be speaking with Kelly Ward in just a moment here. We know that the Republicans have been on the ground with a forceful campaign strategy. We've seen President Trump, of course, visit the state plenty of times lately, and seen Governor Ducey visiting the White House. So are you concerned that the top of the ticket is not going to be able to maybe connect with Arizonans because of the COVID pandemic and the campaign strategy of them not being out there traveling?
No, I'm not concerned about that. Arizona voters are really smart, and they know exactly what's going on. They know that this president has failed this country as it relates to this COVID. It didn't have to be this bad. So many people have died, 170,000 plus people. They know that this president has never developed a national strategy, totally advocated leadership on that issue, and they're going to take it out on him at the polls. He's trying to eliminate the Affordable Care Act, in court right now to eliminate the Affordable Care Act at a time when we need health care more than ever. He's trying to make sure that our dreamers, which are so important to Arizona, these young people that are so inspirational, the dreamers, he's trying to have the law be eliminated so that they be deported. We need those dreamers in our community. They represent the future of our community. He wants to allow for uranium mining around the Grand Canyon. We want to fight against that. Arizona voters are smart, and the president can visit Arizona as many times as he wants. I don't think it's going to be effective because of his actual record.
We heard a lot of messages about making a voting plan and supporting mail-in voting. Secretary Hobbs here in Arizona issued a letter to Attorney General Brnovich asking for him to investigate the changes at the U.S. Postal Service and how they may impact negatively Arizona voters and also those Arizonans who rely heavily on regular mail delivery, and calling it potentially election interference. He has declined to do so. Where do you stand on this? I know there are hearings coming up on the Capitol.
Well, more than just hearings, the Congress, the House of Representatives, has already voted once to provide $25 billion to the United States Postal Service, not just so that we can get all of those ballots in on time, but also that seniors can get their prescriptions, veterans can get their prescriptions. 80 to 90% of veterans receive their prescriptions through the mail. And if there's a delay in mail service, that can be life-threatening for those people. People on Social Security need to get those Social Security checks. So I'm going to go back to Washington tomorrow. We're going to be voting on Saturday once again to provide $25 billion to the Postal Service so that we can get the service that the American people expect. But the requirement will be that all of the changes that this postmaster has made to hurt mail delivery, to slow down mail delivery, all of those service levels have to go back to January of this year, reversing those so that people not only can get their ballots in, but they can get their prescriptions that they desperately need. They can get those on time.
Congressman Greg Stanton, we are out of time. Thank you so much for sharing some of your perspective today, and we will continue to talk throughout this election season.
Thank you so much. That was great. I appreciate it.